Eh, hello, Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you from Kangaroo City. I'm home, trying to put my life back together. I've been on the road a lot. On the road again. Anyway, I wanted to do a video. I want to do a video on gun control. Now, been there, done that kind of stuff. 66 years old, and I've had guns. I've had children. I tried to kill myself once or twice with a gun. I'm pretty hard-headed. That's not funny. Anyway, I have an article. I'm going to link you down below there that Utah has got what they call the Obama bump. I think Obama would try to bump Utah if he had a chance. But the Utah people, they make shit up so that they feel better about themselves. They've made a fortune in guns and in bullets because the communist nigger who is going to take over the country and sell us to Africa. What stupid shit. We need a gun. So if you see black men coming, we'll get them. Well, here's what I found. You may not have had the same experience, but I was in the Mormon church for a long time, too long. And I know what it's like to be paranoid. I'm bipolar, and that's one of the symptoms of bipolar is paranoia. And so I know what it's like to be paranoid, that everybody is going to get you. But not everybody is in the Mormon church. Not everybody is paranoid. No, I said it wrong. Let me think. Give me a break here. Not everybody in the Mormon church is bipolar, but everybody in the Mormon church is paranoid. So I know what it feels like from a personal point of view and from being in the institution. Now here's what fires the stupid cult people. Cult people know that they don't belong in real society. They know that if real society had a chance, they'd wipe them up with toilet paper and flush every cult in the world. So the cults automatically are paranoid. You know, when you go up to all the big kids on the football team on campus and say, screw you, and you're 2 feet high, they're going to field kick you right through a goal post. Well, that's what cults do. They challenge society until they are hated. They want to be hated. They do shit until they are hated. So now that they're hated, now they need special protection from God. Now, Jesus runs a gun factory. I know. For the Kolob sounds to me an awful lot like a cannon factory. Kolob cannons. That makes sense. That makes sense. So here's what's going on in Utah. Every time Utah has an issue that is a non-issue, like that Obama is a communist, or that he is an what is it, an Arabic terrorist, Arab terrorist, they buy more guns. Well, let me tell you, there's nothing more dangerous than a Mormon with a gun. They shoot themselves in the foot daily. They shoot their wives. They shoot their children. They have the highest rate of suicide. Cult members have to have somebody to hate. That's the part of a cult. If you don't have anybody to hate, or you're not different, you're not a cult. So all the Mormons went out and they bought guns. Now, here's what I want to say about that. I'm old. I'm 66. I'm fat. And I never played on... Well, I was on the football team. 40 seconds. They didn't call me from the bench on the first game. I said, screw you. You don't know talent. And I left. I left. Anyway, here's what I'm trying to say. If a man really loves himself or his family or his country, he doesn't need a gun to protect himself. Now, I know a lot of people are going to write in and say that's bullshit. Well, that is okay, because in my life it has not been bullshit. I'm a kid of Vietnam. I didn't go to Vietnam. I was on my way to Canada. Thought that was a useless war by, you know, the United States. But be that as it may, we had the most amount of guns. We had napalm. We had atomic bombs. We had the helicopters that can lay down a bullet in a football field an inch apart from each other in like 3 seconds. We had all of the sophisticated, powerful weapons in the world. Let me tell you history, because I'm going to die and the rest of you are going to change the history books. I don't give a shit. I'll be nowhere, so it won't bother me. Little men that were 5'1" and 5'2", had no shoes, and didn't have a helmet, didn't have a gun, didn't have anything. Beat us. We lost the war in Vietnam. I know there will be some veterans that are going to be pissed off, and rightfully so. If we had been allowed maybe to fight that war properly, we may have won it. But here's the point. Gunpowder doesn't make winners. It's not automatic. It's not automatic. Look at the British and the American Revolutionary War. We didn't have helmets. We had hardly any guns. We were barefooted, and we beat the British Empire to our freedom. So here's what I'm saying. The heart and the mind of a man is more dangerous than a gun in his hand. That's a famous quote from the Bard. Write that one down. Men like me, and I'm sure like most men in the United States, not these little boys and clowns that you know, wear army suits and army hats and chewing tobacco and have a tattoo on their eyeball. Not those guys. Real men. We die. We die to protect our country and our family. And you know what? I would prefer to have a gun. But Americans don't need guns. You come up against an American, you're coming up against like a Navy SEAL. You're coming up against like special forces. In our hearts and in our minds, we can kill and defend ourselves without guns. It's the little boys that were on the playground that the big kids were chasing with boogers and trying to you know, humiliate them. They're the ones that now in Utah have to go get guns. They don't know how to shoot. They don't have any common sense. They don't have anything except anger. Well, there's a lot of Americans like me. I don't have any anger. But I'll tell you what. If some Middle Eastern person came into my mall and blew up a bunch of my friends and relatives and even people I didn't know, I wouldn't have to have a gun to stop it. You ever want to underestimate Americans and underestimate real men? Now, the little men that march and buck and hop and jump around and they move their guns and 21 gun salute, all those little boys that have to play with guns, they're not that dangerous. Because as soon as you go, boom, they go, oh, shit, I'm out of here. Throw their gun down. It's like the French. They throw their gun down and just run like hell. The reason they all have to cluster in a militarized kind of a militia is because they're a piece of shit by themselves, and they're hoping 50 pieces of shit will be able to do something. So, I believe the only people that need guns to protect themselves are chickens, wimps, pussies, little boys. Now, am I saying throw down all of the defenses of the United States, etc.? Obviously, the Mormons are going to jump on this and say, oh, that's what he's saying. He's not defending the Constitution. No, what I'm saying, Mormons, is you're so many pussies. What you say and what you do are not the same thing. You come in my house, I've been looking at Glock, is it 19s now, out with the light and the laser. I put it up here in the safe and, you know, shoot the fucking damn... Oh, excuse me, I don't even say fucking. You can't say fuck on this show. Danites, if they came into my house. But I've sat down and thought about it a lot longer. By the time I got up to that safe and got that clip put in and whatever is going to happen is already happening. I'd rather just get up. I'd rather face the gun down. I'd probably get shot. That's okay. But see, I don't have that fear. I don't have that fear that the Mormons do. Everyone's against us. Someone comes in my house to rape or hurt or kill one of my children, I have two hands. Yeah, they're old. They don't even have arthritis. They're old, but let me tell you something. You come in this house to hurt one of my girls, my hands as an old man will be strong enough to stop you. I don't need a gun. I don't need a gun. So, the Obama bump because all the Mormons ran out and bought guns because the Negro is going to take over the country. Those kind of people, there should be gun control laws that you don't give stupid people guns. But if you did that, Utah would have no guns. So anyway, there's a gun for every man in Utah, but half of them don't know how to load it, half of them can't shoot straight, and half of them can't even find it after they get it home. Now, I've been there. I owned guns when I was younger, and I loved going out and shooting cans and bottles and things out in the boondocks, and that was fun. I'd take my motorcycle and a couple of boxes of shells, and I had a 44, and I've had a 9mm. I had a Savage rifle, and I've had a couple of guns. But as soon as I got kids and the little ones that started running around that could possibly get a hold of a gun, I got rid of them. I'm going to tell the Danites right now, I don't have any here. Don't come here. But I don't have any guns. You're going to need more than a gun to rape one of my kids or to hurt my family. And I say this as an American. You foreign countries that look at us and say, well, look at all those old bastards. They can't even drive or see anymore. Well, that may be true. But don't try to come in this country and take what we have fought for and what we've worked for. Because all of us old guys will jump up like fucking skeletons and strangle you. Even if we only have one hand. We will strangle you with one hand. So bring your bombs, bring your idiots, put your bombs on little kids, be the filthy scum that you are, and with no morals. But don't come into my house, and don't come into most American houses, because when you're screwing with America, you're going to need more than a gun. You're going to need more than a gun. This country and the people that make this country up are very different people. We're not like a lot of the people on the face of the earth. We'd rather die. And we would. Kill us, shoot us. But if we get to you first, we don't need a gun. And you'll wish to God that we had shot you. You'll wish to God that we had shot you. So anyway, all you Mormons, buy your guns. There was a guy the other day, I didn't put it on because I couldn't find a picture. He shot himself in the pussy. Oh, Jesus. Allison, bring my meds up, please. That's how bad he was. He must have been a Mormon. Mormons shoot the men in the Mormon church shoot themselves a lot in their pussy. I don't know why. Anyway, he shot himself in the crotch, and he died because he was being tough. And he put the gun in his crotch, and then he bent over, and the hammer went off and blew his nuts off. So there's the Mormons. You don't have to be afraid of Mormons having guns. All you have to do is dress up like a Mormon. They don't know who to shoot. Just run around like in a paint. Oh, thanks, hon. I need an ice water too, please. You want to say hi? People like to have you say hi. They want to know you're still here. Come here. Not the arm. There you are. There's my baby girl. Will you bring me up a water too, please, hon?
Can I go get a drink out of your car?
Yeah, you can get a Coke out of my car. Yeah, thanks. So, anyway, the end of the... Jesus. Bring me more meds. Bring me the meds I need, not for mental illness, but for fatherhood. Anyway, Mormons, buy as many guns as you want. You come up against real Americans, you're not going to need those guns. You're just going to throw the guns at people and run like hell, because we're going to beat your ass. So we're not afraid of the Mormons getting guns. You know, it makes them feel tough and better, but they're not. They don't understand the heart and the mind and the will is what is dangerous in a human being. Thanks, bye. Health in the navel, marrow in the bones, strength in the loins and the sinews, power and priesthood be upon me and upon my posterity through all generations of time and throughout all eternity. There's your spiritual protection. Words for the day. Thanks, bye.